Ho, 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 ho. Oh, hello, boys and girls. Have you been good this year? Ho, 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 ho. Well, I hope so, because my friend, the Disney Baker, says that you've been really good. So he made extra cookies for everybody. Ho, 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 ho. But there's one bad thing. I ate them all. Ho, 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 ho. So you get nothing but coal. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, and I'm wearing my naughty and nice shirt, but it says nice. Naughty and nice. Have you been good? Try harder next year. Maybe you'll get some Disney cookies. Oh, ho, ho. Baker Disney cookies. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, okay. See you real soon. Bye. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Baker's Lair. What's going on? Good to see you. Sounds more like monster cookies. Yes, they're most definitely. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Oh boy, it's been a busy couple weeks. Wow, I am glad you are all here. Let's start at the top. That's a good place to start. Hello, Jason. Good to see you. Jonathan. Hello. Sam Eagle. Hello, sir. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Good to see you at church today. Hello, Katie Y, my amazing executive producer. Hello, hello. And I'll tell you what, uh, baking cookies, I baked a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Hello, Regina. Welcome in. And everybody came over from Peach Stream, welcome in. Hello, Paul, and congratulations on Paul's engagement to Miss Stephanie. Yes, we do call her Miss Stephanie. And congratulations there. It's good to see you guys. And Movie Mania Nick. Hello, Nick. What's up, Nick? I didn't watch that link yet that you sent me, so I'll have to watch that. Hello, Mike. Welcome in. Good to see you. Can't wait to chat. Just saying hello. Oh, I appreciate that. Love you coming in and saying hello. Dole Whip Dave, what's going on? That's nice hats. Dole Whip Dave. Santa's everywhere. Everybody has to be careful. Hello, Mandy. Welcome and good to see you. And we're going to talk a little bit about what Christmas was, how Christmas was for me. And there's a lot of prayers have been going around the YouTube prayer lines and all of our YouTube friends. We've had some hardships in our family, and prayers go out to all those recipients of all those prayers that have had those hardships. Carlos and your family, and definitely Chris, Dad Builds. Our prayers go out, and if you had hardships in your family, we'll keep you in our prayers as well. My name is Chris. I am the Disney Baker. I am a pin collector of Disney pins, and I do collect other Disney memorabilia. I am a baker, and I am a Disney baker. I do produce Disney products on property, and I love working for the Walt Disney World Company, being able to make Disney food magic for all my guests. So thanks for letting me do that to you, and it's fantastic. I love it. Which brings me pretty much to one of the things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the gingerbread houses at properties. I will be leaving tomorrow early, and I think I touched on this the last time. And Dapper Vanta crew, hey, what's going on? Hey, good to see you. I miss you over at the Emporium. But now I am over at the Contemporary now. So unless you guys are going to come sing over there, I'll have to come back and see you over there. So appreciate you guys. So I'm going to get up early tomorrow and pack up all my gear, and I'm going on a gingerbread extravaganza. I'm going to go get video and pictures. Now that it's kind of slowed down a little bit, over at Beach Club, the Contemporary, Grand Floridian. We're going to go everywhere. Animal Kingdom Lodge. We're going to go everywhere. We're going to get some video and some pictures, and we'll be able to show that to you in the upcoming weeks. And hopefully we'll be able to make a short video out of that. And maybe we'll do it as a premiere. That way we can talk back and forth during it. So one of the things we did talk about, I believe so, the week that I did wrap up for the year is how you can, and if I didn't, I'll do it now, how you can actually go around Disney properties and not have to have a ticket for the park. So it's really, really simple. You will have to pay for parking. Paying for parking, if you want to get there early, you would have to go to the TTC. Okay, and that's over at Magic Kingdom. If not, just drive your car over to Disney Springs. Wait for Disney Springs garage to open. I believe they open up at 9:30, and I believe the buses start running right at 9:30. You get on a Disney bus, park your car in the garage, Disney Springs. It's free. It is absolutely free. Uh, yes, definitely come over. If reach out to me on Instagram, let me know as you're coming, and we can arrange that. I'd like to come up and meet you, and maybe we can go up and say hello in front of the gingerbread castle there. That'd be great. So what you do is you go over to Disney Springs, you park your car at Disney Springs, you go down to the Disney buses, you grab a Disney bus, and you take it to a resort. I would start at the Grand Floridian. That's just where I like to go start. Go see the gingerbread castle there, then get on the monorail, go over, and you could back up. I'm sorry, you could walk back over to the Polynesian. I don't know if they have anything gingerbread there, but I can doubly check, and you'll definitely know coming up. And then you can go over to the Contemporary. And then once you're done at the Contemporary, you can go get another transport bus to Beach Club, Yacht and Beach Club, Boardwalk. Take a stroll over to the new cake shop, get yourself some dessert, enjoy your afternoon, and just enjoy all the creativity and amazing work that these pastry chefs and bakers do behind the scenes to make magic in an edible way. And an edible way meaning every place you go and see a gingerbread form, whether it be a giraffe or a gingerbread house or a castle, those areas are selling gingerbread desserts. They sell gingerbread, and we'll talk about that. So take a little pocket change with you, buy yourself some snacks, and enjoy yourself. So we usually start the show with some pins, and today is not going to be any different. I was pin trading a couple of days before I finally got blocked out of the park. And my hat's off to Katie Y, my executive producer. We had this amazing fireplace in the background, and Santa liked it. So he told me before we went live it was nice and toasty in here. So I said that's probably because it's 76 degrees outside, Santa, and it's Florida. But anyway, that is a nice video that we were able to do in the background now. Thank you, Katie, for doing that. I loved it. So let's go to our new camera here. We have a new pin camera, and we're going to bring this up. And this is one of the guys, if I'm not mistaken, from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I traded for this one, and it is a definitely new pin, because if you do look on the back of it, it does have that hidden Mickey right here, and it has that little diamond jewel in the center of it. That I call it a fake jewel, but it's like right there. There it is. And that just helps people not to make fakes. And then I traded for this one, and I didn't know what this was until I talked to Katie, and she goes, "Oh, that's Percy from Pocahontas." So I traded for that one. That's Mummy Boy. Thank you. See, Katie knows everything. Stopped and saw the gingerbread spaceship Earth. Oh, and the gingerbread spaceship Earth. So yes, and you can also take the monorail over to Epcot, but you need a ticket to get into Epcot to go see it. But you won't need a ticket because I'll show it to you on my on my video that we're going to stream, and we're going to show some video clips of that possibly the weekend after next. So be prepared for that. And I know you may have seen some of them, but you haven't seen them through the lens of the Disney Baker. So that makes everything different. And then we have Wally. And his colors aren't coming through. I wonder why. Here's his colors. Go like this. And he looks a little yellow there, but his colors, true form, are orange. And they'll come out orange if I go like that. He's orange. Wally. And then be careful, because she'll yell at you and she'll say, "Off with your head." And this one has a marking on it. It says 52. And I'm going to get my handy dandy magnifying glass out here, and it says this was a pin trading 52nd anniversary limited release. And this was on a pin board, and I saw this probably from about 20 feet away on a cast member's lanyard. And I just walked up and said, "Can I trade a pin with you?" And traded this one. So that's an anniversary pin, so that's pretty cool. And this is a vacuum from Wally. I don't know his name. And then we have Stitch. And I can push these in. I have a little, what I did was I put a little box under here to just erase this up. And it does, maybe I can dim my light here a little bit. Let me try that. There we go. We dimmed the light a little bit. Actually, we might even be able to turn the light out. Nope. Still need the light. There we go. Get a little bit of better lighting there. There we go. And you get to see the Vac M. Thank you. Again, Katie knows. So, and then we have a Haunted Mansion pin. These are always nice. That's a hidden Mickey. And then a little bit of Alice in Wonderland there. And that's a black and white pin. I like that pin. And then we have the dog from Pirates of the Caribbean. Nope, but Google knew. That's right. Google knew. Haunted Mansion. Yeah, that is a nice pin. So that's all the pins I have to share. I did get a package in the mail. And I got something really cool that I want to share. And if we could go square. And something new that StreamYard lets us do is we have a whole bit different ways we can go. So, and my executive producer sent me this, and this came from Katie. And this is my new mouse pad. I absolutely love this. And I got a Christmas ornament that looks just like it. Has my name on his name badge. It says Chris. And I've got the castle outside the window to inspire me to make amazing goodies for everyone. So I love it. And I just want to share it. And then this was also a gift from Katie Y. This is from the statue from Disneyland of Walt and Mickey. And I've actually walked up, and when you walk up to the statue, you can tell that a lot of people go up and they rub Mickey's foot because I guess this is bronze, and everybody goes up and touches his foot, which is really cool. And I did too. But I love this. This is an actual Walmart ornament, but I'm not going to put it on my. Hey, Casey, welcome in. I'm not going to put it on my tree. It's going to sit right over here to motivate me. And I loved reading it because I looked at my picture and blew my picture. When I got my picture when I was at Disneyland, my wife took my picture in front of it. So I zoomed in on it, and it says the same thing. It says Walt Disney cartoonist. And then it says animated motion picture cartoons. And it says laughograms. And the other little teeny one, the sticker on there, I can't read, but this will be a motivation for me right here next to my speaker. So that is that. So, and let's talk about other things like food. Let's look at some of the pictures that I pulled up. Oh, let's see. Over here into style. Now I'll go to media, and then we can leave this just like this. And this is the Grand Floridian. And I have notes. I took lots of notes. So heading over to Walt Disney World Resort Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa for their life-size gingerbread house. This fan favorite tradition is celebrating its 25th anniversary and will officially be opened. It opened November 6th, 2024. It'll remain open until January 5th, 2025. So if you're coming in, please make sure you go over and get that. Pictures of that. It is life size. There's actually people behind it that actually sell you product, and some of the product that they'll be selling. You see this? If you can see this, let me see. Let me get pump. You can't see my cursor, can you? Nope. So this Santa. He's chocolate. He's solid. He's chocolate. He's all chocolate. So he's pretty cool. Details of this edible display are white chocolate candy canes, edible snowflakes, sugar poinsettias, an 88-pound white chocolate Santa. There you go. The gingerbread house itself is baked with 1,050 pounds of honey, 800 pounds of flour, 600 pounds of 6X sugar. The decorative features 700 pounds of chocolate and features over 10,000 pieces of gingerbread. The team spent over 500 baking hours, the gingerbread, and 400 making the gingerbread, and 480 hours bringing all the dazzling details to life. To celebrate 25 years of holiday tradition, there are 25 hidden Mickeys scattered throughout. There were limited collection pieces of 25th anniversary merchandise, including a pin, ornament, cookie jar, magnet, tumbler, t-shirt, and other things to purchase to commemorate your holiday memories. Now, with everything, let me go through chat real quick. With everything that you saw here, they have things that you can eat. Okay, so there's a gingerbread Mickey, and these are available at Grand Floridian. Each place has its own types of desserts that they sell there. So they have a gingerbread Mickey. They have a gingerbread shingle, which are the shingles that shingle the roof. They have stolen bread. If you've never had European stolen, it's a very good bread. If you like the candied sugar little squares they put in there, it is very pretty. Ginger snap cookies, gingerbread house ornament. They had a gingerbread house, a real gingerbread house. I mean, you could just, like you would put together at home with your kids, but they had one you could buy. I believe it was very expensive. Gingerbread cookie bag imported from Germany, a gingerbread loaf, peppermint bark, which is a favorite, and Grand Floridian box featuring assorted favorite treats, including Santa Gnome Hot Cocoa Surprise, exclusive to the combo box. So that was the Grand Floridian. And so let's look at some of those treats. Here's the gingerbread house that you could have purchased. If I'm not mistaken, that gingerbread house, it was either 89, it may have been 89 or 119, something like that. It was quite expensive. This is the ornament, top right hand corner, says 2024. And then on the bottom left was the holiday stolen. And then you had the gingerbread man. And those are probably 2 red M&M cookies turned upside down. And those are not gumdrop buttons. Now, you would think, because I make magic at the Contemporary, I would have a picture of the Contemporary. Well, all the sites that I went on to, apparently the pictures of the Contemporary weren't available. And I even looked today to see if I could, and I could not for the life of me. I have pictures on my phone of our castle, our Disney castle. It's beautiful. And I just could not seem to be able to email them to anybody, even to myself, and then pull them into my computer to show them. So again, that'll be something for you to wait for when I go live with my video of all the gingerbread houses in the coming week or so. probably right after the first of the year. But I would like to show you some of the other desserts that were sold. These are sold at the Contemporary. The top left is a pistachio cherry cake with white chocolate on top with stencils with two little sugar snowflakes. And to the right, uh, let's see, to the right is winter berry freeze alcoholic floater available, and frozen hot chocolate alcoholic floater is also available. House made Christmas tree butter cookies, which are not shown in the picture. The Santa peppermint hot chocolate tart, which is also not shown. The pistachio cranberry and cherry cake, that's what it is. Pistachio cranberry and cherry cake, which is absolutely delicious. And then there is the caramel apple cake, which is in the bottom right, is absolutely, again, delicious. Our Mickey-shaped Linzer cookie is not shown, but it is very good also. All right, so we're going to go right over to the Beach Club and show you the carousel at the Beach Club. Now, this carousel at the Beach Club, this theme changes every year. And the Holiday Carousel Classic Gingerbread Display is a life-size creation the resort's been showing for 23 years, and it actually moves and goes around. Each holiday season, the horses are decorated to a different theme. This year's theme for Christmas 2024, the characters from Mickey's Christmas Carol will be brought to life by talented yacht and beach club bakery personnel. The Yuletide celebration is masterfully created with chocolate, sugar, and fondant, and hand-painted characters and handcrafted gingerbread shingles and snowflakes that adore this beautiful carousel. Now we're going to get into, wow. Jason says, once broken up, is the gingerbread edible? Jason, yes. Sorry, I should have read that ahead of time. Yes. So we have an area where once these displays are broken down, they are put out in this area because so much honey is used. They put them out in this area, and it's literally attracts the bees. Um, uh, I don't know how it all works, but yes, it's all edible, but it's all put out for the bees to consume in this one area. This specific carousel is 432 pounds of honey, 200 pounds of icing, 100 pounds of eggs, 2,024 pieces of gingerbread to mark 2024, not to mention the creativity, enthusiasm of the bakery team. Be sure to keep an eye out for the 24 hidden gold Mickeys placed throughout the display. So now what I'm going to do is just tell you a little bit about the Contemporary Castle. And I wish I will be able to show you pictures. We did the same thing. We put hidden Mickeys out, but ours weren't so hidden. And then we put stars on our hidden Mickeys, and each cast member had their initials placed on a star, and that star was placed on the base that goes around the castle. And so we were able to go up and find our initials. And mine is significant to Peter Pan because it is actually the center star has our head chef and our two sous chefs, and my star is the third star from the right. Straight on until morning, Peter Pan. So just wanted to add that tidbit. So now I'm going to go back to describe the other Disney Beach Club gingerbread items. To take a piece of the memories home while you're there, they had limited edition pin, of course, a cookie jar, a holiday ornament, and they had Linzer cookie, spiced orange cranberry bundt cake, gingerbread macaroons, hot cocoa brownie, Hanukkah sugar cookie, fruit stolen, and also a gingerbread house. Now, to say that, let's go to the Beach Club snacks. Yum. Okay, so let me bring my thing back down. So you have the Linzer gingerbread macaroni. Okay, so we have the gingerbread house, we have the fruit stolen. Now the fruit stolen is wrapped as fruit stolen normally would be wrapped if it were to come from a scratch bakery, because we used to wrap ours like that. And that top one, I'm gonna say, is the spiced orange cranberry bundt cake that's swirled up there. That's what that is, and it's in a Mickey shape. And they don't show the Linzer cookie. Um, and then we have Boardwalk. And this is with the Boardwalk, and I don't have any information on this one. And then they have their desserts, which is, I thought I had a page on that. No, I don't. So this is caramel hidden Mickey cookie, and this is one of their shingles. And these are the facts. So the fun fact is 184 pounds of whole rye flour, 184 pounds of light rye flour, 170 pounds of bread flour, 168 eggs, 142 pounds of sugar, 42 pounds of powdered sugar, 22. Oh, Regina saw my star. Yay. Thanks, Regina. 6 pounds of ammonium carbohydrate, 11 pounds of Lubuk Kuchen. I'm sure that's something amazing. 4 gallons of egg whites, 1 pound of cream of tartar, 30 pounds of fondant, a heaping spoonful of magic, a sprinkle of pixie dust, 210 hours of decorating by our bakery elves. So, and that ends our gingerbread information for today. So we'll just be having some more gingerbread information next time. So I'm glad you saw that, Regina. That was pretty cool. And it was just an amazing feeling to be able to work on something that you know, and you hear people saying, "Oh, that looks amazing," and you just get a really humbling feeling sometimes when you're able to make magic like that and be able to work around other talented bakers and pastry chefs to be able to do that we all come together to make items that are like that you get enjoyment out of. So it makes us feel good that you enjoy that. So, and I'm sure the other Imagineers that work on other items throughout the park feel the same way. So now I know what they feel like. Mine is Beach Club, Casey's Corner of the World. It's amazing. I like the lights on it. We were really happy that it turned out the way it did. So yes, so it was fun, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I'm gonna get something to drink. Welcome in, Herschel. Glad you're here. So, have you spoken your experience to give kids the world? Oh my goodness, give kids the world. Oh gosh, let me see. I haven't. Give me a second here. Ammonium carbide, baking soda, or powder. Ammonium carbonate, baking soda powder. What is the layman's term for that? When we would make pâte-à-choux, which is basically cream puffs, Paul, years ago, we could use the ammonium carbonate. They don't let us use that anymore. So now we have to use, and that was it smelled. It really smelled. But it was a powder. Now we have to use fresh eggs. And what the ammonium did, it really made it burst and expand once it baked. So now we just use fresh eggs, and that does the same thing. It just takes a little bit more effort to get it to do that. Hello, Debbie. Welcome in. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about give kids the world, because I haven't had an opportunity to talk about that. So this year I was able to take some time and volunteer and help give kids the world, and I did that by helping them design some Christmas lighting ideas for a couple of their buildings, and their entryway, which I did. But I think the most thing I was able to do was help raise money for Give Kids the World. And I did that by donating a bunch of my Disney memorabilia. Um, and I did that because I wanted to be, uh, I'm part of Give Kids the World when I'm volunteering, but I wanted to be a different part. Um, and so uh, uh, Corey has a channel, and he's been doing 4 years of Night of Hope for Give Kids the World. And you can still go on their website and look and see the things that were offered for their auction. And they did the live auction online, but they had all of those items there that night, and they were all on tables throughout the room. So everyone that came, I mean, I saw so many people there. It was pretty cool. I saw so many people there from YouTube channels that I didn't even know, and that was really neat. And we got to talk to each other and hug and take pictures and take selfies, and that was really neat. And we got to be there all for a cause for these really ill children, just so they can forget about the doctor's office, forget about getting shots, forget about getting therapy, forget about having operations, and they can just go give Kids the World and be there for a week with their family. And Corey said it best when he talked about it. It costs, I believe he said, $7,300 to $7,400 for one family to enjoy a week at Give Kids the World as a monetary donation. And they do this all year, 365 days a year, and they have so many volunteers that do that. And Paul was there. Yep, Paul was there, and Stephanie, and it was I wanted to just. This was my third time being it. I missed one of them, and I think I've been to the other three. And I just reached out to Steve and I said, "Hey, I want to donate some stuff." So I went through a bunch of my 50th anniversary Disney stuff, and I just donated it. I said, "Here," and I gave it to Steve, and he asked me. He said, "Hey, can you have time? You take pictures of it, and then just send me the pictures, and then meet up with me." And they put all the stuff out on the tables, and they made it look really nice. And the people that were in the room, and then the live auctioneers that were online, everybody was like bidding against everybody, and it was really cool. And I don't think they. Well, hello there, our Ohana Journey. Good to see you. I think it goes up to maybe the 31st of December. If they still have monetary donations as the fundraiser. I don't know if it's been cut off yet, so I'll have to do my due diligence and find that out. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But we raised, I think when we walked out the door, I'm pretty sure it was $63,000 at that ends night. So with all the donations and all the bidding donations, that's what we raised. So I just thought it was really cool that I could be part of that. And just, things that I thought I was going to keep for myself or maybe do something with later. I just figured for a good cause, it's just stuff, guys, at the end of the day. And I hate to say it, but sometimes it is, it's just stuff. And if I can be part of changing a kid's life for 10 minutes and donate stuff, however I can do it, but whether donating my time or donating money or donating stuff for a silent auction that somebody would cherish and be able to donate that money to give kids, then that's what I wanted to do. So yes, yeah, the 50th anniversary gold backpack went for over $300. And that was pretty awesome. So and I said hi to Ohana Journey when they came in, and that's Josh and Amy, friends of ours. And thank you, Jonathan, for putting that up. I appreciate that. Meet me in the Magic Kingdom, I'll buy you 2 turkey legs. That's funny. No, it's cool, Mandy. It's good to see you. Yeah, Dean and I, we like turkey legs. but yeah, if you ever have the opportunity to check that out, uh, if no longer, it's no longer stuff. Now it's a child. Thank you, Casey. I like how you worded that. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, so there's going to be a lot going on this year at Give Kids. We're Merry Christmas, 100 Acre Wood. Good to see you. They're making some new things. We're doing some new things with Stella Stars, and um, there's going to be a need for a lot more volunteers. So I will be able to hopefully volunteer and work with them again on their lighting project. Now just all those lights have to come down, and then they have to be properly maintained and properly stored. So I hope that I can get up there and be a part of helping them with that. So and anywhere where you live, there's always a need to help kids out that are critically ill. I mean, these children are critically ill, and you just give them an opportunity to have a day away from the doctor, or a day away to not have to think about how sore they are. And they get to eat ice cream. They can eat ice cream 24/7 there. So that's pretty cool. But enough about me. And let's just talk about where what we want to do moving forward with this. If you guys have any idea of what games we can play, or just this, just come on. I said maybe after the first of the year, I'm going to start having some guests on and just talking about stuff. There's a couple YouTubers do it, and I think I could definitely be a good host for something like that, and have some different camaraderie, and just have a good time, just enjoying each other's company, and enjoying you all in chat. I mean, there's 24 of you in here having a good time, saying hello, and I just like to keep a forum like that rolling. I appreciate you all coming in. I'm going to be doing a little bit more out in the parks this year, and out in the area. I think what I'll be doing is doing more out around my area, meaning out into some of the Disney resorts, and give you all a peek about how exciting they are if you ever plan to come and visit. It'll give you an idea of what they are and what you'll see when you come to them. So I want to do that this year. Not just get out of the park, but just getting around to the resorts and see what they offer, and do some more pin trading, because that's what I like to do. I like to pin trade. I know it's Stephanie. Stephanie popped in, Miss Stephanie. Congratulations, Miss Stephanie. Oh, thanks, Regina. So anyway, that I wrapped everything up probably in the shortest time that I've ever wrapped up anything in. And usually when I get stuck for words, Vanessa says, that's my wife, she'll say, you do too many and uhs and ums and things like that. And someone once told me that just slow down your speech and what you want to talk about. Well, I'll tell you one thing I want to talk about. Our pastor, Jason, and Jason, if you hear of this, I wish you good health. Our pastor, Jason, has been not feeling too well for a week or so now, and he finally went and saw a doctor, and the doctor gave him some medicine, and he reached out to one of our associate pastors, a retired minister, and gave the scripture and read the word this morning, and had a really, really, really good sermon. And one of the things I like to remember is sometimes the word comes across to you in a conversation when you're not expecting it. And this word came across to me, and being grateful and being humble and understanding where your place is. And sometimes we get to a place that we're conflicted with that place. We don't know why we've been there so long, and how long are we going to be there, and why are we here. And I'll tell you for a fact that um, it's not always about why you were there for you. It's sometimes why you're there for someone else. And that came clear across to me at work this week. One of our coworkers came in and talked to us in the morning and was having a situation with another cast member. And I have communications with a couple of my brothers through YouTube, and we're brothers by other mothers. And I sent them. I'll read to you what I sent them this week, because it'll make a lot of sense. Um, and shout out to my boy Gonzo, who got a great recommendation at work this week. Um, so I sent this out to my brothers this week. I say, good morning, uh, ever living God, enlighten me today with your loving presence. Save me from my bad habits and my efforts to distract myself from the needs of others. May I shine your light today. Amen. And when this cast member came in and was talking about the other cast member that she was having a conflict with, I felt the reason she turned in and kind of she kind of went, ugh, how we do. We all said, what's wrong? And she shared a little bit, and she says, I'm sorry that I'm in here venting. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I said, as a matter of fact, if you have a second, I want you to read something. And I pulled my phone out and I showed her that. And she read that. And she said, thank you. That's really what I needed. And then we talked later on in the day, and the rest of her day was fine. And the other cast member, the rest of her day was fine. But in that moment, I was at the Emporium for 3.5 years, 3 years and 4 months, always wanting to be a baker pastry chef somewhere. And why am I here? Why am I not the boat captain, which I was hired for? Why am I selling merchandise in the Emporium? Why was I there for that long? Well, maybe it was for that moment, or maybe it was from a moment that I had a conversation with somebody in Emporium that I didn't even know how it helped. Maybe it was a moment that somebody had with me that helped me. And those are these moments. Those are these moments when we have an opportunity to grab a microphone, open up a camera, go on YouTube and have conversation, have chat with people to get to know them, to know why this is my moment, why God put me here in this moment, why God put you here in this moment. And I believe that there are situations where we're put in certain situations at certain times in certain places for certain reasons. And they may not come to fruition for us. It may not be for us to understand that situation. But when we do, like happened to me this week, I went, oh, okay, that's why. And take that opportunity sometimes to just be thankful. We just went through Thanksgiving and Christmas and now the new year, and people have been saying 2025 can't become fast enough. I understand it. But let's continue with where we're at first. 2024, we got a couple more days. 2025 will come and go. And enjoy the moment, enjoy the time that you're here, enjoy the family and friends that you get to hang around. And don't be, my tie that I wear says, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I'm not. So if you have that, I'm not a scripture keeper. I can't read scripture and memorize it, but when there's certain situations that come around and I go, that's the part I get, my eyes up on the retired pastor that was talking today, and the way he was talking just had me glued. and it was just something that I needed to hear. Be understanding of your blessings and bless others. And I'll just pretty much, you know, smile and say, if that is something that you like to hear, you know, find yourself a local church, find yourself a local, radio station um, that plays Christian music. You know, find a friend, tell a friend, say, hey, I'm looking. What church do you go to? Invite a friend to your church. If you think you have a rocking church, invite a friend to your church and have them sit next to you. You know, maybe that person needs that. You know, but other than that, we can come on here. We can talk Disney. We can talk pins. We can talk food, Disney food. We could talk stuff that's not Disney food. I made a banana cake during the holidays, and it was wonderful. Um, I thought it was great, and made some chocolate chunk cookies. So, um, you know, and share that. I still have to show you all how I made pineapple stuffing for the holidays, and I found that video. So we'll have to put that on a premiere, and I'll talk through that with you. Um, but anyway, Stephanie, I totally agree with you, and Katie Y too. Trust your kindness and actions. Yeah, you'd be surprised. That's a fact. You know, the greater plan. You may be somebody's answered prayer without even knowing it. That's true. Stephanie says, I wholeheartedly believe everything and every person we come in contact with has a purpose from God. Yep. I've known Stephanie now for a couple years. I've known Paul now for a couple years. And the people that are put in the people that had a pastor on my flight told me he was stressed. I asked if it was turbulence, and he said he just lost his mom. I gave him a big hug. I was supposed to be there. Most definitely. Most definitely. And you Virginia, you could see that. And I know that's part of what you do for your job. You can see the white knuckles holding on, and you look for the stressed people to see if you can calm them. And it's those words. And I don't know how many people I saw at Give Kids the World that came up and said, "Hey, Baker," and I'm like, I'm sorry. And then he introduced themselves, and I went, "Oh, okay." And I gave him a hug. Yeah, I'm a hugger. I gave him a hug. Um, and it was just nice to see people at the board down on the boardwalk where Chris had his meetup, and all those people that came out for that. I thought that was amazing and cool. And then all the people that went with Jeff, and we all went to Animal Kingdom, and we all went on a safari together and got a picture. And that was really cool. You get to meet so many neat people. I have never been diagnosed, but I will tell you, I think I am ADD with ... Um, and I always have had problems remembering names. I can remember your name if I associate you with someone. Like, I always remember Walt's name, because Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk, because I always think of Walt as Walt Disney. And I remember Melissa. It's just a name that I just put together with Walt and Melissa. So I always try to match it with something. So that helps me. But sometimes gosh, Vanessa, I'll say to my wife, who? And she'll tell me, okay. So it's 44 people. It says Jeff Safari. Yep. There's a lot of people. You always Debbie says, you always put a smile on my face. I'm so grateful and honored to know that all you, my friend, you are a truly amazing, wonderful person. I still haven't got a copy of that picture, Debbie. Debbie and I saw each other at Give Kids, and we got a picture together. And and Debbie is not tall in stature, and but I got a picture taken with her, and it's big smiles. And oh, I appreciate that, Dave. Thank you. I made Linzer cookies with a lot of lemon zest, but even though I mixed the dough, some cookies didn't get Lemon taste weird. Um, yeah. Um, lemon zest is a tricky one. Um, what I like to do with my lemon zest, after I zest it, I like to mix it with a handful or two of sugar. Um, and that kind of gets it attached. And then once the sugar, and then I'll sprinkle the sugar in once it gets into the bowl. So try that maybe next time. Um, that usually helps. That's something I like to do. A little bit of flour. Oh, lemon ricotta cookies. Oh, Jennifer, gosh, I add the best juice of this year. Definitely got the flavor. There you go. See, and there we go. And then and we're gonna start baking. And I've been saying this for 2 years now, but we're gonna start baking. And and I'm probably gonna shoot for 2 times a month, and we're gonna start baking. I did get this other camera. Um, it's not a big camera or anything like that. It's just a little small camera that we used for the pins today. Um, but I'm going to use that, put that on a tripod, and that'll probably be another distancing camera. And then we're going to have a booming camera, like a zoom in camera to show what we're doing. And we're going to make stuff together. And we're going to make stuff that's going to be fun and delicious. I know the firemen and the police department around here are going to like it because that's pretty much where I take some stuff. Some of the offices up here in the development where I live, I'm sure some of those ladies would like some of the stuff. But so put it in a package, put a bow on it. It's it's somebody's baked treasures. They'll love it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I found out when I even when I baked the pre-cut chocolate chunk cookies that I got at Cast Connection. Um, it's still you're baking it and it's still different. Um, and yep, yep. And I'm excited too. Um, it's just when like things just start coming back to me through all the 44 years of baking, you know, and I start talking, and as I'm making something and preparing it, and when I'm live, you'll see I'll start talking about stuff, and I'll just go on a tangent talking about stuff while I'm doing it, and the hands are moving, the mouth's moving, the brain's moving, and that's the thing. You just start realizing how much more information you have to share, and that's what I want to do. I just want to share the information that's in here, and maybe it's something you've never thought of before. Did you know putting in a slice of two or of bread into your cookie tin keeps your cookies soft? Did you know that? I use the heels first. I'll reach into the back and grab the heel and the piece with that and the other one, and I put them in. Vanessa had 2 old slices of bread from a bag that we had just got a fresh loaf, and she replaced them. And especially chocolate chunk cookies, I like those soft. So yeah, it's something with the dough and the yeast and the moisture that gets attracted back into the cookie, makes the cookie soft so they don't get hard. So anyway, well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for being here. Share us out. Katie says, my grandma used to cut an apple in half and put that in the cookie jar. But then, oh, well, if you're making apple snips, that'll be different. Oh, okay. I will. Thank you, Jennifer. That's correct. Yeah. Actually, Jonathan, for we're going on 5-6 days now. The bread's just going to get hard real fast. It'll get hard. It won't get stale hard, but it'll get hard, and you'll know when you have to change it out. I normally keep a piece of wax paper over top, but cookies usually don't. I mean, I ate the last chocolate chunk. I made 30 of them, and I think I ate the last chocolate chunk yesterday. So and of course I offered it to my wife first. We want the last chocolate chunk cookie. She said no. Okay. So, but I appreciate that. So with this being said, we have a fireplace in the background. We have snow coming down outside. We have rain coming down where I am. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad we got to hang out together. Please, if you I am on Instagram. If you want to throw a note over to me and say, hey, I have an idea of something we could bake together. This is something I used to bake with my family. We could bake it together. Um, you want to share the recipe, that's fine. Or I can look up a recipe and I can make it and you can bake it. And we'll see. I want to invite people to come on stream with me to bake things live. Tina Marie did it. Joy did it. I definitely want to do that, and that way we can do it together. But I want to kind of do a set it and forget it type where I already have some stuff baked off. Not so much cookies because cookies only take 7 to 14 minutes to bake. Um, but something like if we're doing something big, um, and then we pull it out like a big loaf of banana bread or cranberry apple bread or something like that, something for the seasons. So if you have any ideas, shoot them over to me. Um, I'm also on Facebook, so you just have to look me under CJ and my last name Timko, and you can find me there. The Disney Baker on Instagram, and of course, you can always leave me a note here in the comment section here. So I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you to all my producers all my moderators that were here helping keeping this family and Disney friendly. Keep your prayers coming for all those that need it, that are struggling in the hours in which we are speaking. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Tonight, I believe Chris is going to go live. If he isn't live already, Chris Dad Builds. So you can go out and check Chris Dad Builds out. And Pete McDivitt will be live this evening after the football game on his Insomniacs channel. Pete McDivitt and Chris Dad Builds. If you can, drop the links for those guys. I would appreciate it. And I always say peace, love, and pixie dust hugs. And pixie dust hugs will have to do until we meet in person. TTFN, ta-ta for now. I am Chris the Disney Baker. And if I don't see you in the next 3 days, I'll see you next year. Thanks for being here. Talk to you soon.